full suitless. Like, no one's ever required to do full suitless, but depending on where the gravity suit ends up being, it might actually be faster too. I know both runners are capable of.
Mm-hmm. We did get the countdown in the chat, and here we go. Race is underway. Good luck to Feral and Sephy.
Oh, and just starting off, everything's pretty much vanilla. You got that morph ball, same routing to get there, no items to make it different. But we do see Moonfall, which is a fantastic new tech that was found. Not everyone runs it because it's hard to rework muscle memory, but both players using it, and it definitely gets you to where you want to be faster in this early section.
They're entering the retro Brinstar area, as we used to call it. Oh, it's a reserve tank. Oh. Ooh.
Well,
why?
Right. I take it back. And so everything I said is a lie. I want a good match for the viewers to watch. So my new prediction is Morph Ball, 4 reserve tanks, and an E-tank, and they have to go do hell runs. I'm a monster.
Oh. That would be very cruel.
And Feral having a little bit of trouble with this D-boost. He's gonna have to reset the room here.
Vanilla missiles at the missile spot. Ooh, Feral.
Now this boost isn't too bad, but it can be a little bit tricky. And if you get off, if you miss it the first time, it's a little hard to get the Rio to do what you want. So it can be pretty time costly if you miss it a couple times.
Some players will use the Geemers as a backup strat to damage boost into the Morph Ball, but Feral wants nothing to do with that.
And Sephy already back up on the elevator. This is a little unfortunate.
Sephy opting not to check the item behind the Morph Ball.
And that's fine.
Vanilla Morph Ball.
He has the spot here at Old Mother Brain to check, and it's super missiles, so he's set with his ammo types. Over the course of the run, they will want to pick up at least 1 power bomb pack. Depending on when they find bombs, they could get either 1 or 2 more just to be able to crystal flash.
Oh, Feral's got to watch out. Oh no, Feral!
Oh my goodness. And that's awful. You hate to see that happen. I mean, it's not too far into the run, so he didn't really lose anything for it, but he still has to get back down there and get the item now. Very unfortunate.
Ooh, and an E-tank at Bomb Chorizo. There is a chance of your prediction happening. If the Terminator tank is a Y tank, we may be in for a ride.
Yeah, and I think also in this logic, the later spots in the run are have better chances of being better items, as opposed to just a lot of good items early on. Oh my goodness! I can't believe I jinxed this. I'm so sorry, Sephy. So sorry, Feral.
Oh man.
This is one way to kick off a morning.
So welcome to the race rigged version of the Super Metroid Item Randomizer tournament, brought to you by Cheaty Face.
Yeah, this is actually a Plando I made last night. No, so I hate to sidetrack real quick, but Kip mentioned at some point that he was going to be banned from commentary for getting people suitless Meridia runs. I think I'm going to be banned for the reserve tank hell runs. And just add insult to injury. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, Feral was setting up to do the Gamer damage boost, and unfortunately did not get the first Gamer.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Come on, Feral, you can do this. I believe. Everybody give Feral your energy. But just add insult to injury, I'm actually going to bet that after the hell runs with the reserve tank, they're going to have to go to suitless Meridia to get Varia.
Ooh.
Like,
ouch.
all the suitless stuff in Norfair, and then they have to go to, I don't know, let's say Sandpit to get Varia.
Oh, I thought he had it that time. I wonder if, if it's Mythical brings this up, I wonder if the nerves are getting to him a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely think, like, at this point, this is not something that I don't think he would struggle with this most days, but racing against someone like Sephy, like, they're both really good runners, but the race setting, and it's only game one, so, you know, this isn't that big. I mean, bad things could happen to Sephy too, or, you know, they could take different routes and Feral gets lucky later on. So it's not over at all, but it's very unfortunate and pretty big time loss at the start. So we'll see what he does to catch up.
And GG to Feral, able to pick up the morph ball. His run can continue. He does have a little bit of a time lag to make up, but he is a player that is capable of doing it.
Indeed. Sephy, meanwhile, about to come down here and check out the Wavegate location. So far, we've only got Morph Ball, so he's got to do a little elaborate door setup here to open this gate. First try nailing it. It's a very precise lineup with that door to get that trick. And more E-tanks. Tanks for nothing.
Yeah, Sacred with the item distribution, nobody really checks Billy Mays anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, you're pretty much guaranteed, if not power bombs, then actual bombs, because, you know, you have to actually be able to get out and, you know, enough missiles to do what you need to. I mean, if you go up there, it is, you know, more ammo for you, but if it's just 2 more missile packs, that's not really that worth it.
So far this seed is 4 energy tanks and 2 reserve tanks and X-ray scope. Basically nothing. A very healthy seed.
Yeah, and I don't think we're gonna see either of them try and go to wreck ship. I mean, they have enough health to deal with Fantunu without suits, but it's a pretty big gamble without speed booster. So we'll see what they get at Kraid and at Spazer.
Now, I wonder if the seed is going to troll. There was a race that Sephy, Elminster, and myself and a couple others did yesterday where wreck ship was stacked, where both suits and the speed booster were in the wreck ship.
Yeah, that's also another possibility.
That is a thing.
I never like to go to wreck ship assuming that speed booster is going to be there, but when it is, that's a really bad feeling.
Yep.
And I don't know if Sephy was thinking about trying the... Oh, he might be. I think he's going to try and deboost across to get to X-ray. And he's doing it.
It's worth it if you know how to do it.
Looks like instead of doing the elaborate deboost setup, he's just opting to take damage so that he can.
Oh no. This is bad. This is really bad. I don't. Ugh.
Oh, he is dead. That's unfortunate.
That is.
But this is what I was talking about.
I don't think he safety saved, so that's probably more of a setback for him.
Yeah,
he did not safety save.
And,
so
and just like that, all that time the Feral had to spend getting that morph ball is now neutralized. The upside to this is that Sephy knows that there's just a bunch of tanks, so he can kind of just beeline it, probably skip bomb chorizo. So there's a little time saved to be had, but that in itself also could end up costing time if he skips out on some of the tanks, and then he does have to hell run, because it can be pretty dangerous to run with low tanks. But we'll have to see what happens. Kraid could have area, or something to point them towards wrecked ship.
Yeah, to mention what the chat said, you wish runners would save before trying crazy stuff like this. When runners feel really confident and they've done it hundreds of times and they're generally okay with doing it, they don't expect to screw up that one time. That's usually why they don't safety save. Not to say that they shouldn't safety save. They absolutely should, but that's the first rule of bingo. You got to safety save.
Yeah, some people would say, don't ever save in a speed run, but this is a little bit different than just racing or like doing a run where you can reset and do whatever you want.
And the reserve tank that was at the morph ball spot, that you have to pick up that item no matter what it is in order to continue with the game. Zeebs will not wake up if you don't.
Yeah, that was actually changed because if Zebs awakens and you don't get the item on the pedestal before it does, it actually will disappear. So if it's something crucial to complete the game and you decide to go to the right side first to get that item and then get it on the way back, you can't do that because it wouldn't be there. And I know this because I had it happen to me before they changed it, and it was a morph ball that I just wasn't able to pick up.
Ooh. I forget when they changed that. That was in. It was just before the tournament started, or was it still during the tournament?
It might have been still active, but I don't think we saw it in tournament. But it definitely got patched out pretty quickly. You'd have to ask one of the devs for the actual specifics. But yeah, that's pretty much the worst spot you could possibly hope for a reserve tank to be, because it's time wasted. I mean, it's still a tank early on, but it's unavoidable. And it looks like Feral's going to try the D-boost as well. And he has
here we go again.
Honestly, I think I would try it, if I was confident in doing it, maybe twice, and then if it wasn't going well, just leave.
Yep, so to recap, for those just joining us, we've had 2 unfortunate deaths so far. Feral died first, very early. He spent ultimately almost 5 minutes collecting the morph ball. Sephy died where Feral is now, attempting to get to the X-ray location. One of his damage boosts did not damage boost properly, so he ended up dying to the spikes and did not have a safety save.
And now Feral's attempting the same thing where Sephy died. And I honestly I think they're warmed up at this point. They've got all the jitters out and they're just going. And very astute. Oh my goodness.
Worth it.
And now we will get to see Sephy made the right call. Unfortunately, didn't make it, but we'll see if he decides to just pass it up this time, because that's a pretty big advantage for Feral to have if Sephi decides to skip X-Ray. That said, he's still got to get out of here with it.
Yep. Since he has double environmental protection with the Varia suit, it should not be as much of an issue, but...
Yeah, it looks like he's fine. And for anyone that's new to this, the Varia suit has been changed to have the extra environmental protection that Gravity no longer has, to try and balance out the suits, because in previous iterations of Randomizer, Varia was kind of pointless to get after you got Gravity.
The only reason why you would ever want to pick up Varia is for Rainbow Beam protection.
Yep. And another E-Tank at Spazer. So far we've seen a lot of tanks in Varia. And X-Ray. Which Sephi is picking up again. Feral decided not to, but it's not a huge deal since they don't have Plasma in charge yet.
Do you think we see Feral make a move for Lower Norfair?
I think... Yeah, I think so. I think he's going to check Kraid, and then if he gets like high jump boots or a gravity suit, I think we'll see him just collect minor ammo and head straight for Ridley. I mean, he's good enough to get past it without any extra stuff, but he might want something more, so he might check more Lower Norfair locations, or upper, I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's just my feeling on it.
And Sephi going for the energy tank once again at the pink gate.
Yeah, I think he's worried since it's giving him so many tanks that he's going to have to hell run. And just wants to have as much as he can. Feral setting up for the Kraid quick kill. Getting it. Beautiful. And Speed Booster. That's a really nice item to find.
Ooh.
It'll actually screw with your jump height a little bit without high jump boots, but the benefits you get from having it are, I think, probably better than not using it.
I wonder if Feral's going to double back to Waterway and check that now, or if he's going to wait.
It's a good question.
I think he's going to wait.
I think so too, because it's only one location, and gravity can be there. I've seen it plenty of times, but I don't think that's the play right now. I think probably check like high jump boots and ice, and then if you still don't have like high jump boots or gravity suit, then maybe check Bubble Mountain. And if you get one of the items, you can go down to Lower Norfair, take care of Ridley, and then check Bubble on the way out.
Oh, and you called it. Sephi probably thinking it's not worth it. He has decided to skip the X-ray this time, not knowing that he is missing out on gravity suit or very.
Yeah, and it's going to be a little bit awkward because we don't know where Space Jump or Grapple Beam are, and he probably won't go back there until he's got either of those.
And both runners just finding more energy tanks. This is really going to be getting to their heads a little bit.
Yeah, and if Feral doesn't find anything down here, like if Upper Norfair is even more tanks and just nothing but, he might have to go back to wreck ship after checking, which is pretty big time loss. But I think if that's the case, and maybe like a space jump or grapple is down here, Sephi's gonna get that and then check X-ray on the way back up. So there's a lot of possibilities. We'll just have to wait and see. It's exciting to see. Like,
no, Feral did not skip grade. That just wasn't marked on the tracker. Sorry.
yeah, sometimes when I'm tracking, I know that I'll get so into watching the run that I'm paying attention to the items, but I kind of forget the bosses. And we see Feral here trying to get up Bubble Mountain, which is a little bit tough without high jump boots. You can do a setup from inside the save room here and get enough height.
Unfortunately, since he does not have bombs, he cannot do bomb jumps as a backup strat. And he's able to get up there, though. Job well done.
Yeah, and I think unless he finds something, well, oh, never mind. He can spark. I was just thinking, like, if you went to check Crocomire, if he could get out of, like, get to and get out of grapple location, but he's fine. And Plasma Beam.
Ooh. He knows where X-Ray is, so I'm wondering if he's going to think that he should have picked that up.
Well, again, he doesn't have charge yet, and it could be, like, hidden away at Shack Tool or something like that, but...
Yep.
Yeah, I don't fault him for not picking it up. It was pretty early on.
Ooh, this is we could have some microwave bosses coming up later. Let's get some hype for that.
And Feral has enough super missiles that he can deal with Ridley if he gets the rest of the stuff to go and tackle Lower Norfair. And high jump boots, that's actually, like, perfect. I think he can go straight down. He might check the reserve location too, but we'll see.
Yep, looks like he is going to go down.
Now, this way is a little bit tricky to go without Gravity Suit. It's the way they've taken the any percent new route, but they have both suits at that point, so... or they have Gravity, I mean. Sorry, I'm thinking of low percent where they have both. And high jump lava dive isn't that difficult, but Feral didn't save, and I think, yeah, he's looks like he's gonna go and save probably before he tries it.
He probably has enough memories of not saving the last time. Oh, maybe he's just getting some more health.
Yeah, that could be it too. Filling up his reserves, maybe. These are a little slow to farm, but they do drop big health pretty frequently.
Ooh, the space jump at the ice beam location. Feral did not check that. Oh.
Yeah, and I think this is tough. If I was Sephi, I think I would leave and go check X-ray and head up to Wreck Ship. I mean, maybe not go to Wreck Ship when he finds Varia, but without a suit, the Hell Run is going to take him a lot of... Oh, but he's He's going to save, so I think maybe he's gonna, or he's just gonna speed booster to Bubble Mountain. All right, I got you baited.
Be careful, Feral. Yeah, oh no, he's gonna have to get up now or get out.
All right, he's out. I don't know how much energy he's got in his reserve, but that was really close.
Oh, please safety save, Feral, please.
Yeah.
Please. Please.
Yeah, he's definitely not wanting to die at this point. And honestly, at this point, I don't think he can check. Well, he can check GT, but he'd have to like go in and actually kill GT to spark out.
Yep. And
oh my goodness!
Oh, Sephy with the play. Oh.
And if Sephy had gotten that Varia suit, he would be like, I don't even know if he checked the rest of Bubble Mountain. I think he'd just go straight to Norfair because at that point he'd have both suits and space. Oh, Sephy!
Yep. He wouldn't be in full go mode, but he would be very comfortable with what he's got.
Ooh, and Sephy has enough ammo to do crystal flashes. That's really nice. I think we see him farm up here, so he can do it again if he needs to.
Feral is trying to do this high jump speed booster method out, but he needs screw attack for that. He does not have that, so I'm wondering what he's going to do.
Like I said, basically without bombs or spring ball, space, or screw attack, he's either got to reset or kill GT.
I think, well, since it was an energy tank, probably resetting might be the better play.
Yeah, I mean he was low on energy, but you can get some from killing pirates.
Mm-hmm.
And he does have quite a few super missiles, although he's going to have to do a lot of farming before Ridley.
Now, X-Ray is going to be in the back of Sephy's mind because he died there, but I wonder if he's going to check Crocomire first before heading back up that way.
Yeah, I don't know. And oh my gosh, Feral, no.
Ooh, Feral. Uh-oh.
He tried to spark across and then I think forgot he didn't have enough health to do so. And getting caught in the acid there.
Oh no, this is bad.
I think he dies if he takes 2 hits.
1 or 2. I don't know how much.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, this is where the worst. No. Oh yeah. This is where the worst room in the game gets its name from.
And yeah, it's not so scary when you're full health running through in old route any %, but this scenario is not old route any % for sure.
Yeah, and he's just missing that wall jump by just a couple of pixels. He's almost got it.
Perfect. All right.
There he's got it. Okay. Ooh.
And yeah, just gonna take care of this pirate. The nice little ball over is really cool looking, but when you've only got 52 health, it's not the most advisable thing. Nice use of. Sorry.
Yep. I was gonna say wave beam was just high jump boots, which is very nice pickup.
Yes.
Question in chat.
And Feral having to kill that pirate there, he's trying to do this jump just to skip some platforms, but very nice use of shooting to make the pirates block so they're not firing at him as he's trying to make his jumps. And I think Feral is hoping this is an E-Tank, honestly. Or a charge beam, something like that. And it's an E-Tank, so he'll be safe. The Key Hunters will still hit pretty hard, but he's at least able to, take some hits now.
Mm-hmm. And Sephi kind of bamboozling everyone, doing a Meridia play.
Yeah, and I remember he's done this play a few times actually, where he's adamant that Mama Turtle has Varia, so he goes for it, and getting screw attack.
Ooh.
So if he checks, like if he might actually just go ahead and do Meridia now, but if he leaves and checks X-Ray, he'll have a much easier time in Norfair.
And he may also be upset at himself when he finds out that it is Varia, thinking that Feral may have already picked it up.
Yeah, I think he's thinking that after not finding it, Feral probably went to wreck ship or something along those lines. So Sephi's banking on it being in here as opposed to wreck ship or like Crocomire or something. It's a lot of mind game, really, because you don't know where your opponent's at and you don't know what they've collected, so it's you get in your own head and you're trying to think like, what would they do, what should I do instead of that to gamble, or should I just play it straight up? And I kind of like going to Meridia here because he doesn't know where Varia is at, but I don't know how much time this is going to cost him if he decides to check a lot of locations.
Doing a reset after the sandpit check. It was an energy tank. He's got more than enough health to take out Bottoon, but more than enough ammo. Health-wise, he's a little dangerous.
Yeah. With Bottoon, you can kind of just, stand in the corner and dodge spit as it comes until he stops. But he's got to be a little bit careful with ammo. He's got a lot, but you can soft lock if you run out and miss a lot.
Alright, Sephi's good now. Feral trying to get up to 30 supers. The bugs are not being kind with him.
Getting trolled a little bit by the Zebo there.
Grapple beam has not been checked. Crocomire has not even been seen yet.
And considering the location of both Varia and Gravity, I don't think we're going to see it. Because they've got Speed Booster, they can technically deal with Turian. So they really don't need much else. But they will need more ammo if they're going to do Chargeless Mother Brain.
Screw attack was at the Mama Turtle location, and Ridley, I think, is pretty much dead now for Feral.
Oh no, he missed a couple shots.
Uh-oh.
I think he should have enough to make it up. Because I think he only missed like one shot. That looks good.
Okay.
It's looking a little dicey there for a second. But he had a pretty good fight overall. And we'll see what Ridley's got in store. And charge beam, that's good. He won't have to find any more ammo now. And
he's probably still going to look for a power bomb pack or the ice beam, though.
yeah, just to make Torian easier. And at this point, I would be a little bit annoyed by the fact I didn't pick up X-ray. Earlier on, it was not a big deal. But considering his only 2 bosses remaining and his beam combo.
And on the flip side, since Sephi is killing those bosses, charge beam will be less of a factor for him. It'll still be nice for Mother Brain, but it's not going to matter as much.
Ooh, I've never seen that before. He got gooped, and Dragon started to fly away, but he still ended up hitting her. I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, attempting the spike suit, and unfortunately was not able to get it.
Feral taking a lot of damage from those Disgigas.
Sephi very wisely skipping the Spazer.
Yeah, I think at this point that's a little bit of a downgrade. Feral's gonna have to be a bit careful here.
He is. He did. I was gonna say he did farm a lot of extra health getting the supers, but he is 1 hit away from death on any of those key hunters.
Oh. Oh no. Well, he saved right there, so, you know, he can just keep trying this, but this might end up costing him a lot of time.
Ugh.
I hate to be in this position myself. It's just so nerve-wracking.
If he's able to get any of them into a position to kill him, he may farm one of them for health.
It looks like Sephi's going to head up to Wrecked Ship. Okay, that was good. Yeah, with plasma you can kill these guys. So now this is going to be a bit of a time sink for Sephi as well, because we know he's not going to find Varia up here. So we'll see what he finds. There's still quite a few items on the table that would help. Not necessarily, you know, be required, but definitely Ice Beam would be one of those.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going to have to sit through the bowling animation and such. And I don't blame Feral here, just shooting away, killing all those key hunters, because that is a scary thing to try and get through with that health total.
Now let's see. Feral might check Norfair Reserve. I believe it was just an energy tank, but he's not going to do it.
No, the reserve location was Gravity,
Oh, that's right. It was Gravity. That's right.
which is the one place he really should check.
Yep.
I think he just wants to get some health so he doesn't die in that room. He's got Varia, so he's not taking heat damage, but it's still kind of an iffy room to get through. Although, considering he's farming down here, he might go to Croc, which is an interesting choice.
That means both players will have made some rather interesting decisions.
Oh no, he's leaving.
Oh, Feral, what are you doing?
Maybe he forgot he didn't check that. I think that's probably what happened.
Oof.
Either that or he thinks he's really behind because of his early death. And he just needs to go.
Well, he's going to Ice Beam, so he's going to pick up his space jump. So maybe he'll be happy to see that, but that's not really a progressive item that helps him here.
I wonder if he's going to do like a loop and get ice, or well, get space jump at ice, and then go down and do croc, and then go back to bubble. But it seems like kind of unnecessary pathing. If you, I mean, I don't know what he's thinking honestly. So we'll have to wait and see what he does. But again, from his perspective, he doesn't know that gravity's there. So
yep. And I'd have to think at this point, 40 minutes in, he knows Sephy is an excellent player. He already had the one death, struggled to get Morph Ball, struggled to get out of Lower Norfair, had to reset at the screw attack. He might think it's just YOLO time and just go for it.
Yeah. The unfortunate part is that he doesn't have any of the required items to do on Sephy finding another reserve tank. Oh, man. So, yeah, I didn't catch what was at the super missile location for Sephy.
It was an energy tank.
Okay.
And he's
yeah, the unfortunate part, and okay, he's coming back. Looks like he's gonna check it. He probably forgot and then remembered as he was going to leave. But yeah, if he had got completely left and gone, he doesn't have any of the items to do Suitless Meridia, so he would have gone to Wreck Ship and then gotten an E-Tank or Reserve Tank and whatever else we have up here. Which, still could be like ice, but wouldn't have been ideal for sure.
If he had gone to Wreck Ship and found nothing in there, he would have had to check his other missing spots, like Waterway,
and we're
Gauntlet.
about to see what's at the Wreck Ship Reserve location. Sephy making use of his X-ray.
Grapple Beam at the reserve. That doesn't do anything to help him now.
And I have to imagine Sephy's not gonna bother picking that up. The grapple beam is nice for if you haven't done Suitless Meridia yet. Or just, in Meridia in general. And also for farming in Norfair. But at that location, it's a little out of the way.
And now we will see if the hype ship was anti-hype. At this point, it's looking pretty anti-hype. Oh, is he going for the...
Oh, he is going for it. Or at the very least for the ammo. This is going to be interesting because Feral still has 2 bosses left. But his pathing will put him closer to Torian when he's done. So... Sephy accidentally fell there and then just left.
Oh.
Interesting.
Just another E-Tank. So an unhyped Wreck Ship.
Alright. Now he's seen that Wreck Ship is a bunch of tanks and grapple beam. Let's see. He'll probably go to X-ray and then to waterway. I mean, once he finds Varia, he probably won't go to waterway. But I think that's the play, as opposed to going back to Meridia to check, say, Shack Tool.
And he's heading back down. So I'd have to think X-ray is the next place he's going to check, and I think the face palms are going to happen real soon when he sees what he died at 30 minutes ago.
And since Sephy doesn't have charge beam, hasn't been down to Ridley. Oh, he's just getting a power bomb. Interesting. I thought he was going to go check more ammo. Yeah, unfortunately, chat's asking where Varia was. It was at X-ray, and Sephy went to go check it initially, but ended up dying. And so he skipped it on his way through the second time.
And looks like he's going to make a play for waterway first before he does X-ray this time.
Okay, so Sephy's going to check waterway first. That does make sense because it's higher up than X-ray is. So just taking him out as he goes.
Oh, Feral doing the plasma special beam attack.
Wave, ice, spring ball, or bombs. So it can be a plethora of things. But it's just another reserve tank.
I believe that's the fourth, isn't it?
And couldn't stop his momentum, jumping straight into it.
Oh. I'll have to answer that later.
Feral took care of Dragon and is now heading straight to wrecked ship. Probably not going to check anything else. Like I said earlier, they have speed boosters, so they don't really need ice. It'll make Torian a bit slower, but as long as they have 15 power bombs or so to take care of the Metroids, and then they can speed booster skip through the Zebs, everything should be fine.
Mm-hmm. And here it is, Sephy. The moment you probably weren't waiting
looks like
for.
He's going to go and check plasma. I can only assume he's checking plasma. And here goes Sephy, finally going to get his Varia suit. Probably going to be very annoyed that he didn't get it sooner.
I have to wonder what Feral is checking for. Oh, he's going to Forgotten Highway.
Feral not even checking plasma, just going straight for the old Forgotten Highway. I think he's just showing off for the fans.
It is called the Forgotten Highway because nobody ever takes this route. It is in every way slower than going through Mount Doom or Mount Everest to get up to wreck ship that way.
Yeah, so like I said, even with going through this way, Feral basically just has to kill Fantoon and then he's ready to go. He doesn't have to get more ammo because he has charged plasma. Sephy will get charged probably, but he doesn't know where it is, so he's probably going to end up collecting more items. So I'd put Feral pretty solidly in the lead, considering his position relative to the end, and potential for more item checking. That said, if he really wants ice, which I wouldn't blame him for wanting, and decides to check more effect ship, could give Sephi a pretty good chance to catch up.
I don't think he's going to do that, though. I think he's just going to kill Fantoon and peace out.
But I think we're going to see him kill Fantoon and head straight for the end.
He knows he's in go mode. He has everything he thinks he needs.
And I think this means that Ice, Wave, Bombs, and Spring Ball are all in Meridia? Or no, Crocomire. There's potential for that too.
Let's see. One of those in Gauntlet, and
if I had to guess, I'd probably say Ice and Bombs are at Croc. What does Chat think?
Yeah, and there's also the potential for Shack Tool and Plasma. Shack Tool probably held Wave Beam just for trolls. Watch it be Vanilla Spring Ball.
Bad news for the runners, and good news for the chat. Since they don't have Spring Ball, the runs aren't valid, and they'll have to do an entire another race. So we get even more action today.
Sephi
choosing to farm up on supers here, which I think is a pretty good choice. Considering he doesn't have Grapple Beam, it takes a while to farm the Zebos, and these guys are guaranteed to drop supers. Not going to get fully filled up, but enough to make the later farming a little easier. And he shouldn't have to worry about killing any of the pirates that way, because he obviously has Screw Attack, so should be pretty simple. Just flying through that worst room in the game. Chat's talking about Spazer, and while I'm not going to apologize for Spazer, it does have uses, so I can't really discredit it entirely.
It does. It's actually great in Suitless Meridia situations where Plasma can actually.
The only item I can be semi-upset about is Space Jump, because it doesn't like to work for me sometimes. It just doesn't. I get on the wrong frame and I press the button wrong, and I fall into acid or something.
Oh. Did I mute myself? Am I still here?
Feral conserving his power bombs by using Speedball to get through the blocks. It's a pretty good call considering you didn't get Screw Attack.
Can you hear me now? This is not good. Testing 1 2.
Hello.
I am back. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, chat can hear you, or could hear you. I don't know why I couldn't. Yeah, that was weird.
Some issue with Discord, I'm sure.
Yeah, that was awkward. Anyway, I've been talking to myself. I hope you've had good quality commentary while I've been unable to hear you.
Nope, this was a complete genuine. We didn't know what was going on, chat. And there's Sephy seeing the charge beam, picking it up, probably even more disgusted with the seed now.
Yeah, and luckily this means you won't have to go find any more ammo, but he's still in a pretty far away location from Turian, so unless Feral makes some huge mistake, I think he's probably got this one. But still, really really interesting race, and like just awful item locations all around. I like it.
Charge beam was behind Ridley. One thing that's interesting is neither player will be able to do stand-up glitch. That's not going to determine the outcome of this race, but
it's definitely one of the things that could have actually helped Sephy get caught up, is if they were doing stand-up glitch and then, you know, Feral soft locks, which you hate to see happen.
Yep. The screw attack was at Mama Turtle. Feral trying very hard to get this baby skip without wave beam, showing everyone how difficult it can be, but nailing it.
That was very impressive. Like, wave beam or spazer makes that a whole lot easier. And I never thought I'd say that, but again, spazer does have uses.
Yeah, for stand-up glitch, you need between 100 and 299 remaining energy after you get hit with that first rainbow beam with various suit off. And then the faulty logic check kicks in, and all kinds of craziness happens. Oh, Elm.
Feral nailing that Zeb speed booster skip. And without ice to freeze the Rinkas here, it's actually better just to leave them alive and dodge, because otherwise it's they just keep respawning.
Feral should be all right. He's got enough in reserves to probably even take a catch-up hit, but he still wants to be careful.
For sure. And the plasma beam is the most damaging beam, but it's the only one he's got, so this will take a little bit longer than usual. I'm assuming he'll finish up with supers once catch-up starts. No, maybe not. Still, Mother Brain being really nice to him, honestly. Not much to worry about there.
I don't remember how much just charge plasma does, but so I'm not sure why he was not using his super missiles there instead of his charge beam.
I mean, at this point, it doesn't really matter. But charged plasma does still hit pretty hard.
Yep. But Chad is giving numbers that are higher than 300, so using the charged plasma is probably the better option for using instead of the supers. Yes, no one checked Gauntlet, no one checked Crocomire, no one checked Shack Tool or Plasma Beam.
Yeah, we got kind of debated too. I could have sworn that we were going to get a plasma check from Feral, and maybe even a croc check when he was down farming. And I actually forgot about Gauntlet. Ice could have been up there too. If they hadn't found Charge and they needed more ammo, that's probably the play I would have made. Going up there to check that and get the ammo. Really interested to see what happens for game 2, because this one has been just absolutely crazy.
That first Metroid really, I don't know what it was doing to Sephy, but it wanted nothing to do with him.
Yeah, sometimes you get grabbed right away, and other times they're just like, nope, I'm out. I know what you're going to try and do to me.
I want to do Crash, but it depends on if I can get PS4 streaming working.
We hear Feral.
Feral. He is preempting us.
Gonna have my race and commentate it too.
And there is the dot done from Feral in SRL.
Sorry for the spoilers.
Yep. He we'll get to the ship here. And there he is in the ship, finishing with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 9 seconds.
And considering his unfortunate start, that's actually a pretty good time.
And Feral asking how this happened.
Yeah, no, I'm on board. If I was racing this, I'd wonder what happened too. Good game to him, and we GG's.
And unfortunately, Sephy is disqualified for facing left. He will automatically lose game 2. He is moving on to the losers bracket.
He never looks back, so I'm sure he's fine with that decision. It's not
Both
a meme.
players exchanging.
It's a way of life.
Yep. And both players exchanging when they died early on. I think Sephy forgot that he didn't have Ice Beam and was trying to do an ice clip. The ice step
Yeah.
skip.
Nice. Dang it. Well, we'll say first try, because he didn't actually try it before he just kind of ran in.
Yep. First try every time.
And gonna take care of Mother Brain, hopping right in, giving her a hug. And as he's finishing up, we'll get to see on the other side where Ice Beam, bombs, etc. we're at.
So just in case you guys haven't yet, make sure you follow both of these runners for putting on a really good show, for showing us that death does not set you back no matter what, and for being generally awesome people.
Indeed. Both are fantastic runners and people. And give this guy Leno a follow too.
Give this guy Cheaty Face a follow for setting us up a really good item rando today.
Alright, looks like Ice Beam was at Plasma, Bombs were at Gauntlet, and Wave Beam was at Croc Energy Tank.
Spring Ball was behind Spring Ball, Shack Tool forever alone.
And Grappling Beam, alright, Grapple was at Reserve Tank. I forgot. Sephy went and almost picked it up and then fell. That was interesting. Interesting, I don't want to, rag on his skill, but it was it was an interesting decision.
Chat recognizing the Zero Wing reference.
And Deer Force for Feral.
Deer Force!
So, in the interest of having 3 games today, I want the next seed to be just as wonky as this one, but have Sephy win it. And then the third race will just be like, they get everything they need right away, in their go mode at like 10 minutes. And then it's just a race to the finish. That's the ideal for me.
That would be an epic race. Alright, we need some more baby thumbs in chat, please. The baby will die one more time. Yeah, we had that race, but we want that race again. But we want Sephy to win it this time.
Yeah, no bias. We just want 3 races.
Yep.
So, what are the odds that next race we get a reserve tank in the ceiling and they both just arm pump and shoot a bunch to show their frustration?
Oh, would love to see that happen. But now, since the race has been decided, we have to wonder, is Sephy going to kill the animals, or is he going to kill the animals?
Yeah, I don't know. Do we know if this version has the randomized animals yet? Or is that coming soon, TM?
I believe that you can kill the animals, but every other option that can happen has been patched out. Okay. So you can't get bumped for 200 damage by the critters. You won't get randomly sent to Dragon.
You won't have to fight Ridley.
Don't have to fight Ridley.
Some interesting things that can happen in the randomizer. I thought it was a good option to add that in because the only time you're really going to go there is when you're already behind and you know it's just for fun. But it's all good.
Who's just saying it was never patched in? Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just the public version. But I don't know if they're working on actually adding it to this. I think there was a thing with the timer coding that they had to work out.
Okay.
Because, once you enter, the timer gets all garbled. Or at least in my experience, that's what happened.
And there is Sephy finishing official SRL time of 1 hour, 8 minutes, 50 seconds.
GG's to both runners. And we should be getting started on the next match right away.
I'm going to take 5 minutes real quick. I had a phone call during the race, so I'm going to answer that real quick. So I will be right back. While we get set up, please enjoy the commentary from GD Face.
Yay! Oh man, looking at the tracker, it seems like both runners get to start off with Spring Ball next round. It's very merciful of the developers. Your force for Sephi? Unfortunately, no, we didn't have anyone go to GD Meyer. And it looks like Farrell's already getting set up with his controls. So I think as soon as Leno's back and ready, and Sephi is ready, we should be getting right into it.
All right, I am back.
Welcome back.
Thanks. That was my landlord calling me. There is some work going to be done on our deck in one of our windows, and she just wanted to set up a time for that. All right. Looks like. Okay. Yep, they are recording the channel. Looks like they're in the process of setting up game 2. And Ouch is a little spiky thing in Meridia. You'll see in a couple of the bug rooms. It's on the way to the super missile combo. Where else do they appear? I think they appear in the big room just before Plasma.
Yeah, they're down on the ground level before you
jump
up where the fish are. And we're about to find out if Ouch has anything to do with how bad that seed was.
But this time we have a Holtz, a Namihei, a Sova, and an Ouch. Huh.
So the Namihe foretells a high jumpless lava dive.
Oh, wouldn't that be something? If the names actually foretold what was going to happen.
Oh, that's obviously not the case, but it would be pretty funny if that was what happened. Looks like Sephi's ready. And
All right,
the race
so
will
we got-
begin in 10 seconds, or, however long it takes for the stream delay. Predictions for this one?
Well, let's see here. We had a reserve tank at the morph spot last time with the morph ball in the ceiling. I think I'm going to go with what you said. This time, morph ball will be a morph ball. They're going to see the reserve tank in the ceiling and just peace on out of there after